2008 Grandmaster Champion, Fighting for Life, $25,000 winner, your coach, Colby Knight. Congratulations, Coach.
You know, being an athlete growing up, somehow I lost my competitive edge. You know, when I didn't have something to look forward to, you know, in my career, and I let myself think that it was over. You know, becoming a PE teacher, it made me realize that here I'm going to ask kids to set goals, and if I'm not setting goals myself, what kind of example is that? So you know, I challenged my students to set goals, and I set goals along with them, and it all went from there. You know, I've been able to build a really good rapport with the students because I think that they see that I really, truly care about them, and that you know, money's really never motivated me in my life. I've wanted to try to inspire students. I've known for my whole life that I wanted to be a teacher, and so I'm really living my dream, being a teacher and dealing with young men and women each day. You know, my wife, she's been the most unselfish person ever, and the one thing I've never been able to give her is what I've been able to today, and you know, and I'm just so proud that I'm going to be able to help her. My wife, I had to sit her down and tell her, hey, this is a mission that I'm going to go on, and she stood by me all the way and encouraged me all the way, and then I couldn't have done it without my students holding me accountable every day. You know, I feel like my students feed off of my energy, and I feel like I'm a motivator for them, and that's what I feel like that. I want to be each student's personal trainer, and if I'm not that day, then I didn't do my job. It wasn't because I felt like I didn't have time not to. I mean, I felt horrible. I didn't feel like I had energy for my kids, and I knew I wasn't a good example to my students, and so time, really, I felt like you're always able to find time. You know, stop watching TV, stop being on the computer. I would tell them, empower yourself. I mean, you can do it. It's a matter of not saying maybe I can. I mean, I had a vision of what I was going to be like after that 12 weeks, and I wouldn't let go of that vision. And that's what it takes. It takes that constant vision throughout the whole 12 weeks.
12 weeks ends, doesn't it?
It ends, but for me, it felt like that was the best training program I could have had for the rest of my life. Now I know, you know, what it takes and to be healthy and to be fit and to go on from here. There's no question that if somebody puts it in their mind and if they truly give it a 100% effort. I think that's what I learned so much about this process, was that really it all comes down to balance. You know, balancing our portions, balancing what we put in, that, you know, it's okay to have something that, cookies or cake, you know, but at the right time and in the right amount of portions. Well, I think the first thing I'm going to say is one response that people give you is they just feel like they don't have the time or can't afford to do it. You can't afford not to. And you need as many different motivations as you can. You need motivations for yourself, for your family. I mean, you want to be able to play with, if you have a family, you want to be able to play with your kids, you know, when you're a father. You want to be able to play with your grandkids. You know, I just want to be able to inspire people that, you know what, your life is not only going to be improved because you look better, but you feel 100% better. And it really did happen to me. You know, a lot of times people look at the pictures and they don't believe it, but it happened. I've seen, just since I've made my transformation, I've seen, I've had old colleagues call me up. I've helped others. I mean, lose over 30 pounds in the 12 weeks, that never thought that they could do it. But we're inspired, And I think when people see that, you know, it is possible, without question, I think this challenge teaches you so many things about yourself. It teaches you discipline. It teaches you that there are more important things in life than food. There's energy, and the people around you feed off of the energy that you give them, and it makes everyone's life around you better. Definitely. I feel like I can do anything, and I feel like I can do anything I set my mind to. And I know that adversity will come. Adversity comes to everybody, and now it's how do you deal with that adversity? And I think you made it head on, just like you did the 12-week challenge.